Hey guys, welcome back. So, let's keep talking about King Thinidiel and about the Battle of the Erathiel. My first fantasy book and second book has already been written, but I cannot release it just yet. Anyhow, without further ado, let's get back to talking about the Battle of the Erathiel and King Thinidiel. The Battle of the Erathiel features different kinds of races. The main races that we find at the start of the book are the elves, the humans, and the dwarves. And since we're focusing on King Thinidiel at the moment, we're going to look at that there's actually 4 kinds of elves that are considered inside the Erathiel. We have the Ordan, the Sergan, the Ruadan, and the Donoan. As you can see, these are my own personal notes, and you're going to find that the Ordan go with the color gold. The Sergan will go with the color silver. The Ruadan with red, and the Donoan with brown. This has to do with the different colors that they actually have on their hair, on their skin, and the colors that they like to dress with, as they are attracted to different things, to different elements, and it's something that is a part of their characteristics. However, whenever we talk about the Erathiel, we're also going to be including people that are not elves themselves. So, let me tell you why up next. As I mentioned in the previous video, King Thinidiel and Queen Nintar decided to leave Idelvar because it was destroyed. It was destroyed by none other than Bragelthar, who is an evil wizard that can turn into a dragon and can do many other terrible things that I'm sure that I will be able to reveal to you in time and in book 2, little by little. Anyhow, what happens here? So they decide to build 3 ships, and once they have these ships ready, they are able to get everybody on them and go and cross the Enchanted Sea. Why were they able to escape? Why were they not destroyed or attacked by Bragelthar and his army? That is a question that will be answered in due time, but not on here. You're gonna have to read it. So, anyhow, when they cross the Enchanted Sea, they travel not just, the elves themselves. It's not just all of the elves that I named before. It's actually the remaining elves, the remaining dwarves, the remaining humans from this horrible war, actually, that has gone on for years and years in Idelvar. And unfortunately, there are not many people left. Mainly humans. There are barely any humans left. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but when you read the story, you'll find out that the numbers that are left are just really horrible. They're not good at all. So, when we consider the Erathiel, we don't consider just the elves. We're going to consider the entire group, the survivors, because in the end, they became allies. They had to fight this evil together. And even though they did not succeed, they did not win against Bragelthar, they succeeded in other ways. They grew strong in other ways, and they carry that with them too. So, what can I tell you about King Thinidiel without spoiling you much? Well, I would say that his main characteristics is now, in the present, as you're reading the book. He's a noble character. He is someone with patience. He is someone that is tired, exhausted by war. He doesn't want any more of that. He wants to change his ways and give his people a new chance. And that's why he has it in his heart. He has peace in his heart. So as you read, you're going to see that he does try to avoid conflict, and he does try to change his ways and the ways of his people. But the question is, will they all be able to? Will he be able to put down his sword forever? And as you read book 1, you're going to discover that he's going to find himself with a really tough decision, especially because it comes to the point of choosing between defending a new land that again is at the mercy of another evil, a greater evil than Bragelthar, a much bigger threat, or to walk away and leave them to their fate. So King Thinidiel will find himself with that question, as well as everybody else. It won't be just him. And on a different note, if we just focus on the outside of King Thinidiel and more than his character development, he is very tall, more than 6 feet tall. He has silver hair and silver eyes, which is a characteristic of the Surgan, which I mentioned before. And he has a big scar that goes just from the top to pretty much there of his face. And the reason why he got that scar will be explained, sadly, not in book 1, but soon. Soon, definitely soon. So I hope you enjoyed the description of King Thinidiel. He's definitely one of my favorite characters. I love all my characters to a certain degree, but he's really someone that I consider a very fatherly, calming, wise, just kind of person, and who has a past that is a little complicated, as you will find out. He was not always like that. He was actually pretty impulsive when he was much younger. Very similar to his son Valrin. You know, once you get reading and you see how Valrin acts, that's pretty much how Thinidiel was when he was younger. But his life has changed as war changes all of us, and he has a lot of decisions to make along with his Queen Nimtar. So I hope you like it. I hope this makes you want to find out more about him. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll see you. Have a nice day. Thanks for your time.